Hey, beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jara, and today I want to talk to you and share with you 5 common misconceptions about introverts. People get us twisted, don't they? If you're watching this, if this video found its way to you, it's because you're an introvert yourself, and you probably have heard all of these things, or maybe some of these things that I'm going to list to you today. So the most common misconception, the thing that I hear the most is that I'm too quiet, I'm too shy, right? So that's the most common thing that I've heard and I continue to hear as an introvert. And the fact of the matter is, when I'm comfortable around somebody enough, I am not shy. I'm not quiet. Matter of fact, I probably can be the most goofiest or silliest person you can probably meet. I laugh at stuff that happened a few years ago, if not decades ago. Like I burst out laughing like it just happened, like literally just happened. So that's who I am. That's how I am. And the common conception about introverts, the fact that we're shy or they think that we're shy, it's not true because we simply value meaningful conversations, meaningful interactions, meaningful relationships and friendships, right? So while we may not be like the life of the party or the most outgoing person ever, we still do talk. We can sometimes be shy, some of us. I'm not saying all introverts can't be shy or can be shy because there is a certain group of people that are that have social anxiety or that are shy and prefer just not to talk at all, right? And there's nothing wrong with that for me personally. I'm not here to judge anybody, okay? But yeah, overall, I don't think we're shy. We just, like I said, value great conversations, meaningful conversations, conversations that can benefit both parties or a group of people, right? So that's just my thoughts on the whole you're too shy or introverts are shy people in general when we're not. The second misconception that I've heard before is that we don't like people. That is simply not true at all. Introverts do enjoy people. What I think is that we prefer quality over quantity. While we may not have a whole, I guess, army or a whole posse of good friends or acquaintances, we do value those friendships that are positive, uplifting, beneficial, like I said before. So again, it's all about the whole quality over quantity type thing. While extroverts, they can mingle and work the room and interact with a lot of people or befriend a lot of people. We as introverts, we enjoy observing, getting to know a person, paying attention to them, asking intentional questions, certain questions that'll help us to determine their character, right? So again, it's all about the whole, I guess, vetting a person out before just befriending them just because they have on a certain label or they look a certain way or they might be from our own hometown, stuff like that. We just like to take time to evaluate a person, to get to know them on a deeper level before we can consider them a friend. And again, it goes back to the whole quality versus quantity thing. We don't necessarily need to be around a whole bunch of people in order to feel like we're valuable. Or we don't call certain people friends because not everybody is our friend, and we understand that. So the whole we don't like people myth is simply not true. It's a huge misconception, and they need to understand that we do enjoy people that have our common interests, right? So this is not to say that we dislike people who don't have our interests. It's just that we prefer not to be around them. Well, we still respect them, okay? Number 3, I don't know why they think this, but they believe that introverts cannot make good leaders, as if to say extroverts should only be put in a position to be leaders over a company or managers over a certain team, or even hell, a entrepreneur. They believe that extroverts have what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur, and that is simply not true. It could be true in some cases, but I do believe that introverts do make great leaders as well, whether it's being a leader of their own company, leader of a team, a manager, whatever. Introverts have a certain set of special skills that enable them to be successful at their job. And that's just my thoughts about that. I don't need to go into a whole detail. You can look this up, why introverts make great leaders. You already know for yourself, if you're an introvert watching this, that you make an awesome leader if that is something you want to do, right? So, off the top of my head, I do believe I saw an article in the past about introverted celebrities, and I don't glorify these celebrities at all because they're people just like we are. They just tend to have, more money or more notoriety. But I believe that they said Bill Gates was an introvert, and look at what he's accomplished. They even said Barack Obama is an introvert. And I said Bill Gates was an introvert, like he's deceased, but he's still living. But yeah, Bill Gates, Barack Obama is an introvert, and look at what he's done. He he is a perfect example of learning how to turn on and turn off your introversion. Because I do believe that introverts, they can be extroverts in some cases and some situations, but they know how to quickly turn it off and recharge, right? Misconception number 4. I learned that people think that we don't like to have fun. They perceive introverts as boring, dull, dry, whatever. But that's simply not the case. Me personally, I love adventure. I love traveling. And when I'm traveling, I love to do different things like go on a hot air balloon ride. When I was in Vegas with my nephew, we held these big old snakes around our neck. Somebody on the corner they had their pet snakes out and they were charging people to take a picture with their snakes. And me and my nephew, he ran up to them before I did. Like he was more excited than I was. But we both took pictures with the snakes and, things like that. I also am very spontaneous when it comes to travel because I will go and find a weekend or a 72-hour trip in a heartbeat and go somewhere and stay and explore the city that I'm going to. I did that when I visited Seattle this past summer. Went there for my birthday, and it was a 48-hour trip. And I packed in as much as I could in that trip, and I had a lot of fun. It was a great time. They have some great restaurants in Seattle, by the way, if you're wondering what it's like. It's a low-key a foodie city, and that's what Keith Lee said in one of his videos, and I didn't believe him until I went there myself and found out. But anyway, I love to have fun. I have fun in my own type of way. I may not go to these parties or these clubs or these lounges and have fun in that type of way because that's not my thing, right? I will go on a one-off basis, like if I were out of town somewhere visiting somebody and they wanted to take me. But in my hometown where I'm staying currently, not right now where I'm in Alaska, but when I go back to live in Georgia, I'm not gonna be at a club every weekend or at a lounge and stuff like that. That's just not my thing. It's too loud for one thing. And then the drinks are expensive. I don't drink as it is. Then I can drink my fruit juices and stuff at home. So it's just no point for me to do that. And I guess that's why they consider introverts as boring because we don't like going to clubs or something. I don't know. But I just gave you some great examples on ways that I have fun in my own way that dispels that whole misconception about the fact that introverts are boring or we don't like to have fun. So that's a huge misconception right there. And the last one, number 5, people say or they may feel that we need to fix ourselves, like we need to be more extroverted. I talked about this in a previous video about, I think the title was, I don't want to be extroverted. But a lot of people, they feel as though introverts should be extroverts because they think that there's something wrong with being introverted when actually there's not. It's just our personality traits. It's how we are quite naturally. And I think it'll be something wrong with us if we were trying to be something we were not. So that's my thoughts on that. We as introverts do not need to fix ourselves. There's nothing wrong with us. If you're an introvert watching this, I encourage you to embrace your authenticity. Be who you are, be true to yourself, and don't worry about what the naysayers have to say about you as an introvert. You know who you are deep down inside. You know yourself. I know that as introverts, you know that we do a lot of internal reflection, a lot of internal thinking. And if you feel as though there's nothing wrong with you, then there's nothing wrong with you, right? So that's my video for today, breaking down the 5 common misconceptions that people have about us as introverts. And I'm so excited that I'm finding my lane with this channel. I'm going to talk about introversion, storytelling, and then have some motivation sprinkled in here every now and then. So I changed up my YouTube banner, my profile, the bio. And I also have categorized and organized my playlists as well. So take some time to check out my channel, see what I've done there. I hired a great designer to do my outro for me and my banner. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching my videos, for sharing them, for commenting when you feel the need to comment. You don't have to comment all the time. I don't expect you to do that, but just drop a like here and there on all my videos. Actually, drop a like, but you don't have to comment all the time. You don't have to feel obligated to do that. But I do thank you for being here. And as I say in all my videos, like, comment, share, and subscribe, do all the YouTube things, and I'll see you next time. Bye.